Good day, everyone, and I would like to welcome all of you to the Advanced Statistics and Research Methods mini conference, From Theory to Statistical Analysis, What, Why, and How. Thank you for joining us today. I am Dr. Leticia Addison, lecturer and session chair for this exciting mini conference. And before we begin, I would just like to give an overview of some of the thematic areas that we covered over the semester and how it transitions into your research proposals. Let's get started. The what? So, statistics at a glance. What we have recognized is that statistics is the collection, analysis, and interpretation of data. We have three main facets that we have covered over the semester: exploratory data analysis, estimation and inference, and modeling and prediction. Now, the why. What do we need to do in terms of using these skills, and why do we need them? So, in order to use statistics in the real world, it really comes down to developing critical and analytical thinking skills. Understanding statistical methods really provides us with those key fundamental skills to understand and apply the statistical results in terms of the interpretations that they give us and insights, the ability to extract meaning from journal articles and other research that we may encounter in the field, and of course, the ability to critically evaluate the research from a statistical perspective. Do we do that? In terms of the applications that we have seen throughout the course, we have moved from using descriptive statistics, where we organized and summarized and displayed our data, into the inferential statistics, which involved using sample data to draw conclusions about a population. So we looked at a few different tenets in this particular space. We identified and coded or recorded quantitative and qualitative variables. We performed exploratory data analyses in a few ways in terms of descriptive statistics, frequencies, cross-tabulations, correlations, etc. We also looked at performing inferential statistics to move from the descriptive to a more questioning nature of what is this data trying to tell me in terms of data-driven insights. In that way, we applied hypothesis testing, for instance, chi-square tests, t-tests, ANOVA, and many, many more. Then we came to the stage where we wanted to use our data and those insights to build models, to give us a context as to what can happen after. In that way, we applied simple and multiple regression models and also hierarchical regression models, which gave us context in particular in the psychological field as to what variables may be outside or confounding factors and how they would actually affect our regression model. And we also looked at logistic regression in terms of the risk and the predicted risk or the odds of something happening within the model that is of importance to us. We moved further to look at applications of advanced statistical techniques, in particular, mediation moderation, factor analysis, and also structural equation modeling. And these techniques we realized were really very, very fundamental techniques that can be applied with respect to large survey data analyses, which can be important in the field of work that we may pursue in the future. So what does this all boil down to? It really helps us to use our data to build a story. And in that way, we wanted to not only perform the statistical analyses, in particular in software, we used SPSS, but we wanted to have an idea of how to create that narrative to give us those insights to move forward. So we described the data, we provided visualizations such as graphs and tables, not in a raw format, but in an actual APA cohesive format, which can be used for public consumption in research and journals. Then we describe the analyses in terms of correlations, t-tests, independent means, and all the variables that were involved that were really important for this study. Next, we stated the results. And we stated the results that were really significant to the study and even the ones that did not end up significant, so that we can actually provide some sort of interpretation with regards to the specific study that we are in. And at the end, we took those results and discussed them in relation to our original hypotheses in collaboration with the umbrella of the research question that we were trying to answer. In that way, the skill that we developed here was critical analysis of results and actually having them in an interpretable format for anyone who reads our data analyses to be able to understand. So the transition here really is key. Research-oriented skills for the real world. So the application of the appropriate statistical methods essential for scientific research is really key in this course. So the knowledge we have gained here is really the formulation of the research questions and hypotheses, designing the surveys for data collection, analyzing the data in the statistical software, such as SPSS, and we also learned others such as R, reporting research findings of interest in a particular format, in this case APA, and of course, drawing those meaningful interpretations and conclusions. So at this point, I would invite you to use all that knowledge that you have at this point to funnel it into your research proposals, your presentations, and of course, when you actually do your projects and further work to produce research in the field, you have great tools that are indispensable, not only for research, but also for the working world. So I would invite you to get ready to do your presentations. And in the words of Walt Disney, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. So let's jump right in.